In this video I'm going to show you how to install Docker and Portainer on a Raspberry Pi. Let's get into it. I'm Dave Allen and I'm good and geeky. Tutorial online which does it with Pimylifeup, and we're going to just follow that and see what happens. So we've got our terminal ready, we've got equipment list here sorted out, and I need to just follow these details on here. So the first thing to do is do this sudo apt update and upgrade. Done that already, so let's move on to the next one. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it into the clipboard, and let's go. A script which is coming from Docker. Don't go running scripts from any old place, but from Docker I think we're okay with it, so let's go with it. And it's going to install Docker onto this Raspberry Pi, and it could take a little while, so let's just let it run and see what happens when it's done. Why use Docker? Well, it started off with developers having problems getting applications out there because they'd run on some machines and then not on others. So for us users with Dockerized applications, it means that we can put an application using a container and know that it's going to work, and that's useful. So if an application requires a certain version of Python, for example, before it's going to run, then we can use the container that's got that Python already installed, and we're off to the races. Okay then, so that's Docker installed, and it took 2.5 minutes to do that. So the next step on here is to move to this one here, and we're going to copy that to clipboard and paste it in there. And instead of adding Pi, I want to add Dave, because that's the username that we're going to add. And this is just so that this user will be able to use this Docker installation without having to run sudo beforehand. And then it tells us to log out and log back in again. So let's do that, and we're going to come back to this. Okay, so we logged out and we logged back in again, and now what we're going to do is go to this one here and it says groups. So let's just type in groups in and see what happens. This is supposed to check that the group has been added to it, so let's type that in. And Docker's in there, so we're in business. Cool. You can also test this by running a quick Docker thing called Hello World. We'll do that now. The Docker container called Hello World is not on here, of course, so it has to go off to the internet and go and find it and download it, and then it can be run from this system. This bit here, that's the message. If this message generates, it's all working correctly, and that's cool. We've got Docker on this computer now. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add Portainer. Portainer is a way to manage your Docker containers, and it's pretty useful. I've had it running on another Raspberry Pi and it works great. So let's do that now with this one and put this Portainer on here. Sudo docker pull Portainer and get the latest. Let's copy that there. And this CE is the community edition. We don't need the business edition. And that's going to pull in a Docker container with Portainer in it. And then we'll use Portainer to manage our Docker containers. Just have to wait for all these things to download, and then we're going to be in business. Okay, so that took 1 minute and 13 seconds. So the next thing we've got to do is to start up Portainer. So now we've got to open up the web interface for this here. We've got to access the host name. So let's get this and put this in and see what it tells us. Let's go to this one here. And the information that we're looking for on here is, I think it's this one here. So the host name, 192.168.86.26. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got to go into our browser, and we're using Chromium on here. And I'm going to paste this in here. Let's press enter and we should go into Portainer. Normally it doesn't take too long. I'll just put the username in there, and we've got to put in some passwords, and they've got to be at least 12 characters long. Can't really see much at the moment, but what you have to do is you have to click on this here, local, and then when you can start looking through app templates. And these are a few things that you can install through Portainer. These are Docker containers. I could get an Ubuntu system running inside the Raspbian one, so I could run that if I want to. Run Node.js or this Apache servers, Nginx, MySQL, all of these here, I could get those going. Mongo database, Ghost, blogging platforms, I could run that if I wanted, that'd be cool. And there's a few things on there that I could run. So I could run Wordpress if I want to. That'd be cool, run my own WordPress server. So let's say, for example, I want to run Ghost. It's brought me through to the configuration there, so let's just say, call it Ghosty. Deploy the container, so click on that there. And basically what it's going to do now is going to go off into the internet and pull in the Docker container with Ghost on it and put it onto my system here. I'm going to be able to run it. I'd like to run a dashboard on here, And the dashboard will give me access to a few things, a few different dashboards. One's called Heimdall. But for the moment anyway, you can see that I've got Docker set up and I've got Portainer set up and everything is going nicely. So I'll go back into the dashboard now, I think. This deployment's still in action there, but it's going to be a while before it gets on there. Anyway, that's all for a different video. For the moment, we've set up Docker, we've set up Portainer, and we're in business. Now it's time to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you get more notifications when there are more tutorials on the channel. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.